16 seconds before the start here. Fort St. John against Dawson Creek. These are their playdowns. It's done via points, so goals that is. 2 games against each other. Whoever has the more goals for at the end of it wins and moves on to the finals against whoever wins from High Prairie and Grand Prairie. I suspect Grand Prairie is going to take that one quite easily. Between Dawson and Fort St. John, it can go either way. Dawson has won less games than Fort St. John has, but they have taken it to Dawson at least a couple times, I think, this year. White and Sutherland over to Dawson's end. Dawson trying to come on through. 2 Dawson players going to beat all the Flyer players to the puck here. Hebert with a bump in the corner. Dawson with possession. Braun grabs it and then gives it back to Dawson. Dawson right up front. Sutherland got a stick on it. Comes back to the point. Then comes back to Sutherland. Sutherland up off the boards to Braun. Braun trying to break on through. Gets held up at the blue line or tackled. Hebert goes into the corner, grabs it. He loses it, but then gains it back. Back along the boards, doesn't make it all the way back to Sutherland. Some back checking there by Braun. Slows him down, and then he's able to get the puck back. Takes a shot, that was wide of the net. Goalie felt he needed to stop it though. Right back to defense, that's Hipkiss who stopped the puck, sends it over to Clausen, Clausen to Dick. Dick in over the blue line. Trying to get in front with the puck in the corner there, and coughs it up. Big hit there by Zink, lays him out, but Grand Prairie breaking into the Flyers' end as they're all sitting there watching. Zink's hit. Takes a shot, it goes high and over the net. And they'll set up for a face-off. We got Wheeler, Zink, Dick, Goulet, and Moody out there. Dawson with possession. Dawson takes a shot. Their own player there blocked that one. Moody gets it up to Zink. Zink wasn't able to control it. Comes back to the point. Shot. And Goulet stops it. Sends it to the boards. Dick sends it up. Didn't get all the way through over to Wheeler, who was trying to break in. We got Olsen in net today. That was Goulet up to Zink. Pops on over to Wheeler. Wheeler gets it out to center ice. And is pushed right back on in. Zink, another big hit there right in front of the Flyers bench. Raymond Dick up off the boards and out. Wheeler gets slashed, the stick right out of his hand, but no call on that. Clay on out there now. Clay trying to fight for it, trying to grab it, move it forward. Vanderlinden picks it up on the other side, tries to do a quick little toe drag around, wasn't able to do it. In the corner, Clay going after it. Sutherland holds it in. Clay tries to get across. Oh, Gosling picks it up. Gosling takes a shot. That one goes wide. Gosling now behind the net tries to get over to Clay. Clay fighting to get it back. Gosling picks it up, gets hit. And Clay's there to try to pull it on out. Gosling got it to Clay. Clay just right in front of Vanderlinden. Oh, on his backhand. Wasn't able to control it. He gets hit. And the goalie holds on. Out comes Braun, McCracken, and Hebert to join White and Sutherland, who are on D. 17:30 in the first. Hebert wins it back over to White. White's trying to control the puck. It's the second time he's had troubles with his edges. I hope everything's fine there. Hebert steals the puck, tries to get out, does get out to Braun. Braun tries to wind up and takes an attempted slapper there. White knocks it away, comes out to Hebert. Hebert, waited too long. And Sutherland's going to be going off for interference there as he hit the guy after the puck was not. They're going to call it roughing. So Flyers will be down a man for 2 minutes. Get some fresh tea out there. We got Hipkiss and Clausen who come on out. And then they bring out Wheeler and Dick. 17 minutes in the first. Score tied 0-0. Right up front, Wheeler's able to get on out, sends it on down, no icing. As Flyers are trying to kill a penalty. Oh, the goaltender there was passing across his own player. I was getting worried that it was going to hit his own player and go into his own net as it was left unprotected as he was in the corner. Clausen goes after it, and I think that was offside. So 140 left in the penalty to Sutherland for roughing. Wheeler taking the face off. Grand Prairie grabs it, and then Clausen sends it back to Hipkiss, who sends it up and into Dawson's end. Wheeler going in after it. Goaltender sends it the other direction. Wheeler tries to get him. Comes on back to Hipkiss. He'll launch it right on back down here again, I'm assuming. Where's he going to go? Across ice over to Clausen. Clausen up the boards over to Wheeler. That makes it on past him. On the other side, out comes Zink. Zink sends him down to the ice again. Comes back. Wheeler will send it on through. Right on net. Goalie stops it. Straight back again. Dawson now going to have a chance to break through. Zink goes for him. He gets past Zink. Now Goulet. Goulet gets the puck. Now launches it right on through again. Hebert, loses an edge again. I don't know what's going on out there. Boys are losing edges all over the place. I think we got lucky there. I think that hit Olsen's, the stub of his stick there, because I thought that was going in. Moody tries to hold him up. Zink comes on in to try to grab the puck. He holds it up on the boards. He's challenged by two players. Moody comes in to help out. Zink comes away with the puck. Oh, it was to take a shot. Fans on it. Hebert was able to get it out. And 18 seconds left in the power play. Across. Takes a shot. That one goes wide. Hebert now. Oh, wasn't able to get to it. Now Goulet should be able to launch it all the way through. He does. He does go down on the ice. Goulet challenging him in behind the net. Now Gosling challenging him, comes on back through, it's neutral zone. He's by himself. Vanderlinden's giving him some attention, goes straight across. Gosling looks over his shoulder before he picks it up, tips it, gets nailed. Now Goulet with possession. Trying to move it forward, gets it on up. Gosling picks it up in the neutral zone. He has Clay with him. Goes on in, loses it, picks it back up, sends it in the corner. Comes on through. White's going to go pick us up. The ice waved off. So White's got to be careful here. Oh, coughs the puck up. Sutherland. I don't know what it is about that ice. Everyone's losing their edges today. Braun was trying to move it forward. Dawson wasn't able to bring it in as it's still a player deep. Over to Sutherland. Sutherland over to Braun. Braun on the far right-hand side going on in. Hebert picks it up. Drops it back for Braun. Braun gets all tangled up, gets a shot off. That one goes through right through the back of the net as Sutherland then takes a shot. That one gets deflected wide. Grand Prairie trying to get it out. That was White that held it in there. Now Braun trying to move it forward. Puck pops loose. Boys are looking for it. They try to go the other direction. The Kraken's going to try to keep it in. No. Sutherland holds it in on the boards. There's an arm up. So there will be a penalty here against Dawson as it gets blown as they touch the puck. Interference on Dawson. So Flyers will be up by a player for two. Moody and Goulet on D, Zink, Wheeler, and Dick. Wheeler lining up, wins it back. Back over to Goulet. Goulet across ice over to Zink. Zink sends it across the slot there. And it comes back to Zink here. Back over to Dick. Dick tries to get up front for Wheeler. That one got blocked. Wheeler now trying to get in front. Dawson giving him some attention. Comes on back to Zink. Zink sends up front. Back onto Dick. Back to Zink. Oh, the goalie's down, but Zink wasn't able to control it. They launch it high. Goes back in the Flyers' end. Olsen stops it. Moody up off the back of the net. Starting to move it forward here. Sends it over to Dick. Dick up the boards. Sorry, I don't think I turned the camera there, but comes on back to Moody there. And they get it out again with just over a minute left in the Flyers power play. 12 minutes left in the first. Over to Clay. Clay tips it on in, then gives chase. Goalie plays it up off the plexi, comes on back to Glay. He holds it in, goes across. Gosling picks it up in the corner there. Comes out to Clay. Clay takes a shot. That one hits the goalie, goes back behind the net. Clay tries to move it on through. Zink there. Makes it past both of them. Clay picks it back up, tries to get it back over to Clausen. Didn't have enough pepper on it there to get back though. Dumped back on in. Clay goes in after it. They launch it back on out. Goes in the Flyers' end here. Olsen will stop it. Leaves it for Hipkiss. Hipkiss over to Gosling. Gosling across over to Clausen. Clausen had trouble controlling it, but he picks it back up. Moves on in. Gets on through. He has a stick taken out of his hand. Clay with a hit. And it comes on back to Hipkiss. And high stick, they're going to call it. So 11:27 left in the first. Score is still 0-0. Ebert pushing it forward. Comes across. Southern debate about it. Figured he'd drop on back. Comes around over to McCracken. McCracken up off the boards. Gets it over to Hebert. Hebert up off the boards. Sends it on in. This is going to go right on net though to prevent it from going icing. And the goalie holds on for the face-off. .07 in the first. 0-0. Ebert trying to grab it. Comes on back to Southern. He winds up, takes a fan shot. Moves in the right direction, just wasn't able to get anything on it. White gets a stick on it there. Pass attempt out front. Successful. Shot. Olsen stops it and covers. I didn't see what happened there. I'm assuming that Dawson took an extra chop at Olsen because the boys came in to protect Olsen there, I believe. There's a little bit of chirping that happened there. Just waiting for the goalie on the other side to pick up his water bottle. Wheeler taking the face off. Zink with the puck, sends it over to Dick. Comes on through, Dick picks it up here, up off the boards, and comes on back all the way to Galay. Galay over to Moody. Moody flips it on in as he comes over the red line. Wheeler will chase after it. Dawson goalie will play it behind the net. Who's that? That's Raymond Dick there. Gets picked up by Zink. Zink takes a shot. Pad save there. And back to Galay. Galay takes a shot. That one goes wide. I don't know if that was its original direction or if it got deflected there. Comes back to Galay again. Galay drops it over to Dick. Dick sends it back to Galay. He has a little more room this time. Sends it over to Zink. Zink trying to move it over. Wasn't able to. Comes back to Galay on the far boards there. Passes it to Dawson, and they launch it on back down the ice. Moody's able to pick it up. Does have a man on. Reach around him. Now comes on through. Takes a shot. Goalie deflects it high and up into the netting, and the face-off will happen down in Dawson's end. We got Clausen and Hipkiss on D. And Vanderlyn and Gosling, and there's Clay. Clay on forward. Dawson winning the face-off around the boards. Hipkiss will hold it in here, gets it over to Vanderlyn. That makes it past him. Clay picks it up behind the net. Does have some attention on him. Gets it over. Oh, almost got it over to Clay, or to Vanderlinden, sorry. Boys got to put a little more oomph on their passes. They're a little soft and not making it all the way through. Gosling goes in after it. They take a swipe to get on out. This will be icing. And they'll take the face-off back in Dawson's end. A lot of what looks like real soft passes that aren't making it there. Ice must be a little different than what they're used to here, I'm assuming. Because they seem to be having some trouble. Around the boards, Hipkiss pinches in, keeps in. Dawson on the attack. Gosling with the sweep, but they get past him. Take a shot. Clausen there pulls it away. Gosling picks it up, sends it over to Vanderlinden, and Vanderlinden to Clay. That goes on through. Clay now trying to, oh no, comes on back. Back over to Hipkiss here in the corner. He's looking around for the pass, all the way around the boards. No white jerseys there, but it makes it all the way through. Delay now picking it up. He has Braun on one side, passes it over, coughs it up, so passes it over to McCracken there. McCracken goes to take a bump there. Take him off his shot. Comes back to the point, shot goes wide. Get to the puck, boys. Hipkiss with a bump, Delay gets it over to Braun, makes it past Braun. Back to the point, shot goes wide as it's deflected. Jeez, Hipkiss now goes to take a shot. And he misses half the puck. Maybe it's the lighting, I don't know. Hebert gets all tripped up there. There'll be a penalty. And then gets bumped afterwards. So Flyers will be on a power play at 7:57 here in the first. You guys want to come over and call the game? Said you guys want to come over and call the game?
No? If I knew some names, maybe. I got this one.
Yeah, that's what I get to do here. Wheeler shooting it behind the net. Zink with the puck, looking for the pass. Back over to Wheeler. Wheeler puts it up front. Raymond Dick was there. Wheeler trying to pick it up over to who the heck was Dick there. Dick gets it in front, and the goalie covers it. You guys just figured to come for some skates? Yeah? Good. I think it's a free skate today too, eh? Yeah, good. There you go, Golden. Yeah, talk to you later. Dawson's able to clear their zone. Olsen leaves it for Moody. Moody spins around. Gets it over to Dick. Dick gets it over to Wheeler at neutral zone there. Wheeler sends it into the corner. Gets the puck first. Gets bumped off it. Raymond Dick reads that. Comes in for it as well. Raymond comes away with the puck. Up off the boards over to Gallet. Gallet across over to Moody. Moody has some room. Takes the shot. That one goes wide. Back to Gallet. Gallet over to, I can't see who, Raymond Dick. Raymond cross over to Zink. Moody, pinches in but misses the puck. And that gets launched all the way down. Over across. Pops on over to Zink. Zink goes to hit it. Now comes back over to Gallet. Gallet over to Vanderlinden. It's tied up there. Gallet over to Clay. They get bumped. Gosling goes in after it, and they launch it all the way back down into the Flyers' end. There's 29 seconds left in the power play. Moody coming on out. Passes over to Gallet. Gallet has some room. Gallet, what's he going to do? Takes a shot, and he gets crushed on the boards. Puck comes on through. Back into the Flyers' end. Olsen will play it. Vanderlinden, they're both watching, debating who's going to get it there. Vanderlinden grabs it. Vanderlinden over to Gosling on the boards. He has some room if he can pick up some speed. Passes over across to Clay. And that one goes out and over the boards. Hebert taking the face-off, wins it back to Sutherland. Sutherland puts it in. Braun picks it on up, gets it across. No one's there. And right back into the Flyers, and this one will be icing as they were even strength now. Hebert, McCracken, and Braun up front. Comes on back to Sutherland. There's a little bit of a whistle there. Oh, Hebert picks it up after it hit him, takes a shot. That one goes wide. I think they all stopped because there was a whistle on the other ice that confused everyone for a second. Dawson brings it on out. Sutherland sent it right back in. Goalie had a little trouble handling that. Comes on back. That one gets past White. Comes on down. Sutherland's going to pick this one up. Everyone's playing a little slow here. Sutherland gets hit, but stays up. Now there we go, a little bumping. So, looks like Flyers will be on a power play here again. Hopefully they can do something with this one. Both teams have come off pretty soft here. Wheeler taking the face off. Dawson with possession, up off the plexi. Clausen's able to hold it in, gets it over to Dick there, who puts it over across to Zink. Zink drops it for Hipkiss. Hipkiss, soft pass over to Clausen, winds up, takes a shot, and lots of time as that pass was, well, probably could have gone faster, carried on the back of a turtle. The goalie's able to set himself up and take away any shot there that Clausen had. What's going on here? So 4:43 left in the first, 1:46 left in the Flyers power play. Score is 0-0. Comes back to Dick. Dick over to Gallet, over to Moody. Moody back over to Gallet. Gallet takes a shot. That one gets blocked. Raymond Dick around the boards over to Zink. Zink gets back to Gallet. Gallet had to reset himself up. Raymond Dick now with possession there. Gets it back over to Gallet. Gallet back to Raymond Dick. Dick takes a shot. Out one, blocker save. Raymond Dick trying to grab it, get out front there. Now it does come up front, but just a bunch of blue jerseys. Oh, they pass it back over to Gallet, who kindly passes to Moody. Moody takes a shot. Dick trying to put it on net there again. This time it should get out. No. How about this time? No. Dick back over to Moody. Moody over to Gallet. Gallet takes a shot. Oh, that one goes wide. Then Zink's trying to grab it to the front. Wheeler there, almost able to put it in. And now they try to clear it out. This time they do. 47 seconds left in the power play. Gallet with possession. Fans on the first pass, then gets it up to Zink. Zink misses the pass. Now Zink comes on in. Wheeler, I think, is way offside there, though. So Clay's got to get back on side. And they get called for offside. Sutherland with possession, over to White. White back to Sutherland. Sutherland up to Gosling. Gosling up to Vanderlyn. And oh, were they offside? Yes, they were offside. Because that got whistled down there. 17 seconds left in the power play. Gosling pops on through. Vanderlyn pops him down. Puck makes it on out to the neutral. Sutherland across over to White. He has some room. He comes in across the red line, drops it back for Clay. Clay comes in, gets bumped right down. Sutherland comes pick up the puck, and they'll throw it all the way down to the Flyers' end, and this should be icing. They wave it off though. And White will pick it up. White over to Gosling. Gosling, terrible pass over across to, right out front. Gosling now with possession on the boards, drops it back to Sutherland. Sutherland decides I'm just going to get it out here and I'm going to throw it up at the boards there. Hebert comes out on the ice. Dawson's able to step around the hit there by Sutherland. Zink, or no, sorry, that's not Zink. That's Kraken on the boards. Hebert's trying to get it out right below us. White now. There's an arm up. Refs are reminding Dawson where the bench are. It looks like they got 2 players in that box. So Flyers better come out and score on this one. Only 1 man down though. Oh, there's 3 players in the box. But Flyers just gonna have a 1-man advantage. So they throw out Clausen and Hipkiss, Hebert, Braun, and Gosling. Hipkiss, Gosling back to Clausen. Clausen across over to Hipkiss. Hipkiss on his backhand, sends it around the boards. And behind the net, Gosling sends it back over in the corner for Hebert. He's trying to pull it off the ball. Dawson's able to send it on through. Hipkiss is falling back to pick up the puck. Clausen up off the boards, trying to move it in. He gets it in. Does he get over to Braun? He does. Hipkiss able to keep it in. Pops on over to Clausen. Clausen takes the shot. That goes in! And that goes in, so the Flyers are up 1-0 at 1:30 in the first period with a $1.19 left in their power play. Power play goal by Clausen. Even strength now. We got Dick, Wheeler, Zink, Moody, and Galay. Dawson with a little bit off. Oh, Moody's now going to the box, I suspect. What are they going to call it? Charging. So, power plays, gifts that go both ways. Hopefully the Flyers can keep it out of their net here. Dawson with possession. Take a shot. Big glove save there by Olsen. on the boards. Sutherland goes for the ball right out in front. White there. Wheeler. Wheeler, can he move it out? He does. Gets it out to Dick. Dick takes a big wind up. Sends it right in on net. Wheeler goes in after it. He gets a puck, gets a shot. Oh! That one almost went in. Cross. Raymond Dick keeping it in. Takes a swing at it. Comes back over to Wheeler. Wheeler still trying to move it through. Wheeler still with possession. Going on net. Oh, the goalie shuts the door. Dawson's goalie shuts the door. Keeps Wheeler out. 42 seconds left in the first period. Flyers up 1-0. Flyers down by a man right now. Sutherland and White. Gosling and Zink out there now. Comes on back. Zink gets a stick on it. Gosling now in the corner. Dawson comes away with the puck. They launch on into the Flyers' end. That should be icing, I'm assuming, and it is. So they'll reset up and take that face off all over again in Dawson's end. Boards, Dawson there. Dawson trying to break their way on out. Zink comes away with the puck, tries to put it up front, takes a shot. Zink again wins it back. Good work there by Zink. He's holding it up on the boards. Zink still with possession. Gets angled up a little bit in the ref, but holds it up again. Dawson now with possession. Pass right in the neutral zone. Sutherland misses a hit, comes back to White, and that's the end of the first. So, starting the second period, they'll be down still for 39 seconds. Flyers up 1-0.